Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over a full product research strategy for all you beginners out there to find a good, not perfect, I was going to say perfect, find a good Amazon FBA product. I think that's the problem for a lot of people is they're looking for the perfect product. That doesn't exist, but let's get you to take some action. So really quick before we get started, guys, I did want to remind you the giveaway is still going on. All you have to do to enter is like this video, subscribe, go follow me on Instagram. There'll be a link in the description, and then comment Amazon FBA on this video. Be winning a, let me get it out so I could show you, a $50 Amazon gift card along with a call with me. Let's just get started, guys. Just want to remind you the giveaway is still going. We'll be picking a winner on the 14th, which is now only 6 days away. I'm excited. I can't wait, but let's jump right into the video. Okay, guys, so we're here. I've pulled up this criteria sheet that I made. This criteria sheet is downloadable in my donation-based Amazon FBA course. Yes, heard that correctly. It's, retail price is $500. I understand most people can't pay that. So if you really can't pay it, give you the option to type in whatever amount you can afford. There's no minimum either. So whatever you can afford, you go take that course down below if you haven't already. Full 8-hour plus course, Amazon from beginning to end. So what we're gonna be going over is this criteria specifically. A lot of you, I think, are struggling from not being able to take action and thinking that your idea maybe isn't good enough. And I'm just here to give you some criteria to kind of say, hey, if your product meets all of these things, go ahead and test order 100 units. You don't have to do 500, you don't have to do 1,000. It's better than nothing, right? Just get started. Kind of want to just kick your guys' butts into shape. It's a funny way of putting it. But so we're gonna start by pulling up the Jungle Scout web app, right? If you guys don't have this, there'll be a link down in the description. I have a bundle Jungle Scout link that is this in the Chrome extension, and I also just have this as an affiliate link, so it helps me out, supports all the free content if you're going to get it anyway. This is an amazing tool because what it allows us to do is filter through categories, filter through certain aspects of the product, like how many units per month they're selling, what the revenue is, right? So we can find exactly what we're looking for. Now, I want to stop myself right here, I guess, and say beforehand, this is not how we're gonna find the products alone. This is an amazing tool to get us to kind of like a gateway product that's gonna lead us down a funnel into a bunch of more, rare products, I guess you could say, things that people don't have their eyes on. A lot of products that come straight out of here, I don't launch. I don't think I've ever launched something right from here. Actually, that's one time I have, and it didn't go that good. So, what I like to do though, which is what I always do, is I'll come in here, I just made a video about this. Come in here and you find a product and then you go to whoever's selling that, you go look at their products. You can also go look at related products, maybe that whole category in general, but let's just get right into it. Enough of me talking. Sick of hearing myself talk here. Let's go into arts, crafts, and sewing, maybe toys and games. I've been into like these really like gifty style things, like arts, crafts, and sewing has a lot of niche products. Toys and games is the same thing. Let's see, what else can we do? I haven't been a huge fan of patio lawn and garden lately. Maybe we'll just go industrial, scientific. It doesn't matter that much for what we're going to be doing. I guess we could do, maybe like home and kitchen. And a lot of these are good. I'm just picking a couple that I like here, just to give you guys an example. Okay, cool. And then minimum price, let's go ahead, and I don't even want to sell anything under really like $18, $19, just because I want minimum like $9, $10 profit margins. And then max price, we could go all the way up to like 50, go 51. I'm just setting some basic numbers in there. And then minimum revenue, again, you could fill this out more advanced if you'd like. I'm gonna go very bare bones for right now, just because we're not really using this alone to find a product. Minimum revenue, again, I'm just going off of what I personally want. So that's about $3,000 per month if you have a decent profit margin in profit. So 7,000 is pretty good. I'd be okay with 5 too, just for looking. And then max revenue, we'll just go all the way up to like 23. Something pretty good. That's really great revenue. It's $10,000 a month profit, most likely. And then reviews, we could do like 100, just anything under 100, because that's max. So we're gonna see anything that's under 100 reviews if we put 100 max reviews. And then weight, I always like to just max it out at a pound. You could do heavier products. I personally haven't. All my products are really small. It just, it's a little bit more startup capital. If you want a heavier product, it's going to cost more to ship, and you're probably going to have a longer lead time because it's not going to be as quick shipping. If it was very quick shipping, it'd be extremely expensive. So we'll keep it under £1. And again, it doesn't necessarily matter right now because we're not just using this product. We're going to use something in here, and then we're going to go to their related products, and then we're going to kind of funnel down and find products that way. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your week. It is Monday. I'm having a great day so far. Went on a long bike ride today. Just had a donut. And now I'm having a coconut LaCroix. Not a sponsor. Let's see here. What do we got? Egyptian God. That's kind of cool. Let's check that out. Very weird. Bad listing. And don't always trust the web apps numbers. Pull up your Chrome extension here. Let me sign in. Boop. Okay. Trust the Chrome extensions numbers, not the web apps, because it's not always correct. Like for instance, this still loading to be fair, but I don't think that's making any money. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is. No, they literally haven't sold a single unit since they sold 1 unit in the last 30 days. Yeah, that's not a good product. Okay, so we'll ditch that. Not a good product. If you guys want to know how I figured out it wasn't, looked at the sales history. Jungle Scout wasn't showing me any information, therefore it probably didn't have any sales to go off of. If it doesn't generate anything, that probably just means there is no sales. And then I looked at the Helium 10 price history graph and sales history graph, sales rank graph. And every time there's a dip downward, that's a sale. And if it's always just going up, that means they're not selling anything. So wine bottle lights, I do know this market. You guys probably know this market too. If you don't, that's okay. The market itself looks really good. So if we just did wine bottle lights, this actually looks good. But my issue with this product is there's a lot of sellers. That's something a lot of people can't wrap their mind around. Because for instance, if I pull this up, you guys are gonna be like, wow, that looks amazing. And yeah, it does look amazing. But most of the time when something looks amazing, it's too good to be true. So there's thousands of dollars worth of sales all the way down the board. We can see, yep, consistently everyone on the first page is making thousands of dollars. Looks great, right? But we could go 7 pages deep here and there's still going to be this product. So a big piece of the criteria that you guys need to be focusing on, like that I solely focus on, one of my biggest pieces is this right here. So the first thing we're going to look at is less than 50 sellers. So that gives us a great odd, and I'm just clicking through these pages to show you there's how many, more than 50 per page, I believe. So, we're 4 in. So there's already several hundred listings for this product. That's going to be really hard to compete with, and it's going to make it hard for you to get ranked as well. So if there's less than 50 sellers, if you literally went through and counted, say we're on the first page, that's 1, 2, that's not the right product, so you wouldn't count that, 1, 2, 3, 4. You go through, if there's 50 or less, it gives you a really good chance of fighting your way up. It's not even going to cost very much in PPC to get to the #1 spot. And if you have a great differentiation, it'll actually stick out more because there's less options, right? You ever go into a store and there's just so many options, you get overwhelmed? Or if you're like looking at a restaurant menu, too many things, you're just like, I have no idea, you end up just picking a random thing. That's kind of how it works on Amazon. So if you're on here and there's thousands, you're just going to pick whatever is the best price, most reviewed one right in front of your face. You're not going to go page 6, look exact, maybe 1 or 2 people will do that, but we can't just have 1 or 2 people a month buying our product. We need 10, 15, 20 people a day buying our product. And the way to do that is to get into a market where there's plenty of demand, but not a lot of competition. And I don't care so much about the reviews. Like I wouldn't even mind competing with someone with 700 reviews if there was less people selling it. Because for instance, right here, there's someone with 7 reviews that's very much so competing with them. and they're at a higher price. Let's actually look right here. So they're at $19.99 with 7 reviews. And let's see how they're doing. If it loads, it's thinking, yep, $8,000 a month, $7,500 a month, and that's revenue. And then this person's doing 27, which is obviously better, but they're still competing. So again, it shows, and there's someone with 13 right there, someone with 19, someone with 2. So you don't necessarily need a lot of reviews. What you need is more value. So it's easier to show value when there's less sellers. So the first thing we're going to do is find a market where there's less sellers. Page 1 review count, average of 50 to 75. This market doesn't really meet that, and if we would want to go back to page 1 for that, which we are, we would check here. So we'd pull up Jungle Scout. Average reviews, it's saying 119 right there, and in this case you could trust that because this whole page is all the correct product. If there was weird products mixed in, that wouldn't be correct. So that's definitely off. We would want to see more people in here. Again, I'm not so hard on that one. If there's people with a couple hundred reviews, that's fine. Consistent revenue, we definitely do have that here. So if we were going to pull this up, consistent revenue, all that means is that pretty much everyone on page 1, or you could say maybe the top 10 in smaller markets, if it's a really small market, maybe like the top 7 or top 5, all have maybe above $5,000 a month in revenue. And there's not just like, say it's not just that guy selling and then everyone else has $1,500 a month. Everyone kind of is sharing the profit. That's what we want to what we want to see, really, is because, you know, if we're going to come into a market, we want to see that there's other people already succeeding before us, kind of paving the way, and we come in and make it better, and then it just sells itself, right? Average price over $16.99. In this case, we do have that. For a lot of this is about 50-50 because we have people selling for 25, doing really well, right? $6,000 a month, doing 21, 19, but there is also some low ones. I would say this is kind of split. I would like to see the average be more so in the 16, 17, 18, and then maybe 30 or 20% of the people doing $25 to $30 products. So I like a higher, price range. That's common sense, higher price, more profit. So we're just analyzing this one real quick, and then we're gonna actually keep going on the product research. Here's the one where this one kind of breaks. If you don't make it past this one, just asterisk that like 187 times because it's so important. Don't try and sell a product. And again, take this lightly. Don't do anything anyone says, do your own due diligence. But I personally love selling products that have less than 50 sellers. Makes it really easy to get ranked. It doesn't mean you're giving up profit because you could just find a market where there's a lot of sales, but not a lot of people have figured out the market yet. There's plenty of actually surprisingly old markets where the pictures are really bad. It's like an off-white background. The packaging is not modern at all. They're doing really, really good. And I have some products on my list that came out this month like that, actually. If you want to get my product pick list every month, 10 plus products with differentiation ideas, new every first of the month, there'll be a link in the description. You could get that. If you're having trouble with product research, get some of my ideas from my actual product research every month, and that'll be down in the description. I think they have 13 spots in there left. So you can get in today. It goes by pretty quick every month. This one, if it's more than 50 sellers, I generally just walk away. If it's like under 100, I might consider it. If it's several hundred, I'm just gonna, unless I have an amazing, differentiation that no one else has, I'm probably not gonna do that. Personal opinion, a lot of people will tell you the opposite, go for super competitive stuff. I don't do that, so I'm just giving you what I know and what I've had success with. All right, we're gonna move on, guys. So kind of covered what a good product is, and I'm gonna give you a second. Do you think this is a good product? Seconds up. I personally don't. I think it's too competitive, and it definitely doesn't meet the one that I put 187 asterisks next to. So I would not sell this alone. Maybe a differentiation of it. They differentiated Coup. So they're right here, and they're actually, okay, that's not them. It's this one. Yeah, they're doing great, right? 17 reviews, 13,000 a month. That's awesome. So they differentiated. They're coming in at a really competitive price. They're doing great. They're doing great. They do have a brand. This one, they have the one with 656 reviews. They might be doing some email marketing or external marketing, but those are variables we don't really have to worry about right now. But what we can do, this leads me right into my next example, which is actually perfect. Anytime you see someone succeeding, maybe there's, even just, we could take this guy, it doesn't matter. This one has 2 different listings here, so I'm just gonna go into their store. And right here we get they're doing 50K plus per month in revenue. So let's go right into their store. So if you go into their buy box right here, so don't click on this, by the way, that's their brand page. Click onto their actual storefront over here. And let's just go check out everything that they're selling. And this is my favorite method, can't say it enough. So they're only in this market. Okay, so this is not a good example. So they have 5 results here. So they're only in that market and they're doing good. So they're just kind of branching out within that market, probably branding. So let's go back and we'll actually pick another one. We could just pick right here. So we'll go into Love Night, I guess. Go into the buy box. And this is how we start digging down through the funnel. So you find one product that maybe is selling really good. We could start looking elsewhere. Again, they're selling a lot of that product, but they also have some other products. How many products do they have in total? They have 18. So let's pull up Jungle Scout right on their storefront. It does work on their store. And let's just kind of see if they have any other good products. Yeah, so they're not really doing good except for that one product. And it's as simple as opening them up and closing them back. So we'll just go into more and more. Sometimes I like going into someone who has like low reviews and is doing good, because that's a new product. Maybe they have other new products that are also doing well. And it's as simple as this. I don't think enough people take advantage of this method. You get to literally see a bunch of, and these guys are kind of specializing in this market, but occasionally you'll hit a jackpot and it's just like someone has like 15 products, they're all in different markets and they're all amazing. That's what we're going for. And we could just keep clicking in. So I'm just looking for people that have a lot of revenue with low reviews. And I'm going to see what else they're selling. So like that's different, right? Garden Rock, Stone Light. Let's see. We'll pull up Jungle Scout. Okay, so yep, wine bottle lights. That's kind of what they're selling really well as well. So the mason jar lights, that's different. Solar tea lights. Okay, so that's definitely different. And now this is how we start going down the funnel. So we'll do solar tea lights now. And this might be a good product in itself. Judging by the name of it, I'm gonna say this is gonna be competitive. There's probably gonna be several hundred sellers, but we'll go see really quick. I'm just doing a quick count here. If you guys know from the criteria sheet, or if you took my course, what we're doing, we're just going through and seeing how many listings there are. Looks like there's gonna be over 100, so it doesn't exactly meet what I wanted it to, but let's see how the sales are. Okay, sales look really good. Up here, why don't we just take these sponsored ones out, just so we're seeing organic ranking. These two are doing really well. Upstone is the store we were just in, I believe. Yep, they're doing great. This one's doing great. What is this? So that's not the right product. If you ever see a product that is not the correct product, take it out, because it's gonna skew your results. I almost said stray your results for some reason. So there's not, I don't know why these guys are ranking above this guy. Maybe he's just not ranking for that keyword correctly. These listings are not great. I think it might be a little saturated, honestly, because if we start coming down here, we're looking at, you know, these huge packs, 24 pack for $8.99. Really, how much are you profiting at that point? But what we can do is come into another store that is selling this product successfully, and we're gonna keep going in, and you know what to do. We're gonna keep going in, keep finding more and more products. Let's go in here. It's like a lot of these companies are kind of sticking to the outdoor lighting niche. So if you ever get stuck like that, you can go back and maybe just randomly pick another one. Like this guy is doing good here. If that ever happens, you just go back to the web app, find a different market, and then start digging through listings that way. And they're in the candle business as well. Those are kind of interesting. Dragonfly, okay. A lot of candles though. I'm curious how that this thing is doing, because that's a totally different product. Let's see. That's kind of what you're looking for. Yeah, not great. Okay, 4,000 revenue. Not bad. Nothing to write home about, but definitely not bad. And you would want to look at the whole market as a whole. Again, there's someone with 1,500 reviews. Once we start getting to that point, that's a little bit crazy. I don't think I would feel comfortable competing with that many reviews unless I had a really, really good differentiation, a really strong marketing plan. But what you can do if you ever just get lost, close them out, come back, find a new product, go into that market and start looking over again. So sometimes you could find good ideas in here. I'm not saying you can't. Trauma shears. Okay, rainbow. I don't know that the market would necessarily be called rainbow trauma shears. I'm thinking it's probably just trauma shears. I don't know how many people are searching for that. But, let's go into Surgical Online. If that's their store name, I'm guessing they're going to be selling all surgical products. But let's see. All right, cool. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. I'm interested in this little kit right here. Let's see how they're doing. Did I call it? It's doing great, 25,000. Yeah, this is a great store, actually. There's a lot of, each one of these things is its own product. What are those? Hegar dilator sounds. Someone's going to be laughing the way that I just said that. Definitely didn't say that correctly. That's okay. Okay, those are the rainbow shears. Tuning forks. Little hammer mallet. Okay, so let's go into this one. I don't know why tactical black was their first words, but it looks like, what would someone be searching for this? You know what we could do? So we'll actually just we will take their ASIN. You can grab it out of the URL. We can actually just go over to Keyword Scout. And let's pop their ASIN in and see what they're ranking for. Sometimes doing it the reverse way when you don't know what to call it is good. So reflex hammer is the most searched term that they are ranking for. So we'll go search reflex hammer on Amazon. Wow, that is very bad photoshopping. Okay, so let's check it out in a new market. Here we go. So they're just crushing it. So the tuning fork, the pen light, and the reflex hammer, the shears, that kit's doing really well. Maybe if you could recreate a kit like that with one more piece, I might do great. What's this one? So what we could actually do is find someone who's selling really well in here. For instance, someone just joined the course. Hello, Edwin, welcome. This one is doing really good, so why don't we go into their store and see what else they are selling. Okay, that's not working correctly. We'll go somewhere else. We'll go into this one. Here we go, MDF Instruments. And you see what we're doing here. We're just gonna keep going in, going in, going in. Sometimes stores are branded around a specific category. Like this is all medical supplies. Generally the stores that I like and where I find my best products are gonna be where we find stores that are private labelers. Wow. Private labelers who sell a bunch of different products, and that's where you kind of get a ton of different ideas. And I don't want to bore you guys. I'm basically just doing my own product research here in front of you, which is what I guess the point of this was. But here's what I want you guys to do. So we're going to wrap this up because it has been going on for a while. But I want you to find your first idea here. Go in and maybe that's a good idea, but use this criteria list. Again, you could go get this in the course. It's the first link in the description. Get this list. If this product doesn't meet the criteria, then you move on. You pick the best seller. So you go into whoever's making the most money there, click into their storefront. It doesn't necessarily have to be whoever's making the most money. Just click on anyone's storefront, go see what else they're selling and get more ideas. You keep trickling into more and more categories and finding more things. But here's where I want to wrap this up. Once you find something that meets all of these criteria, this one mainly, pay attention to that one, please, please, please. You'll have such better odds of winning with that product idea. Don't worry so much about the reviews, but do worry about this one. Make sure there's not 1,000 people selling it and you're just kind of piggybacking on everyone else, trying to roll in when many people before you have already done that. Please focus on this. But if you've been looking for some a reason to start, or maybe you always have paralysis analysis, if it fits this criteria, if the market looks something like that, if there's not a lot of sellers, just order it. Go find a supplier, make a differentiation. If you don't know how to differentiate, again, I teach you all that for free in my course or for whatever your donation is. And just start. 50 units. I mean, anyone can spare 50 units, right? Go order 50. If you don't, you can make all these excuses. I don't have enough to order 500. So order less. Test it. If those sell out, use whatever Amazon pays you to then reorder or start something else. But that's where I'm going to leave it. Kind of just want to push you guys, give you a little bit of set criteria that you can kind of just come to and say, you know what? I'm going to stop holding back. If it meets this criteria, I'm just going to go try and sell. Because the day that you just start, that you start learning, you start gaining experience, then before you know it, you're 8, 10, 15, 20 products deep, and this is your full-time job. So I'm going to leave you guys there. If you didn't already, please like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.